habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the 38, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
And the red zone precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's got it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Complete to
Hollywood Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Browns nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Marlon Humphrey.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. He's giving me the evil eye, folks. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Calais Campbell.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Yo, hurry. Hey, bro, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Point it right. Mike 20.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 28. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Check. Number 20. He's coming. Check in. Yeah. Point it right.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
10 at their own.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Room here to run. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards on the ground. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. JoJo Natson now on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play. First down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ravens 14. Browns nothing.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Taken down.
It was Anthony Averett who got him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Kings.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are back within a score. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They go play action with Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 47 yards.
The Raven first down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now Jackson on first down. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. They go play action now. Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Play fake. Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Second and 10 now from the 27. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Mayfield looks to throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
On first, here's Washington. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
First and 10 at the 41.
Now on first down, it's Washington again. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 38, Mayfield. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
At the 30-yard line.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by...
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards that time.
25 yards.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. A shotgun snap, and again to Dobbins. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
It's 2nd and inches at the Browns' 32-yard line.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
A gain of 5.
Play action. Now Jackson.
At the 19.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
4:07 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going for it with Dobbins. That he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First down, Baltimore.
Off play action. Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown.
Complete to Marquise Brown.
Marquise Brown. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
JoJo Natson on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Jackson, option right. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start the 3rd quarter on the ground with Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27. Now Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 59 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Mayfield to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
First, give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Mike's 15, Mike's 15.
On 2nd down now, it's Washington. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Right back to Washington. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And he completes it to Hunt. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Flushed out right. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 12 on the year. And this offense is running away with this one. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Ravens 49, Browns 6.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now.
At the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. He loses 4, and it brings up 4. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. And now it's 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Check play ball. Hurry, hurry! Hold. 26.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Browns on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run him with Hunt. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Mayfield finding Beckham. And they're going to have this this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for the Browns. 41 yards.
First down and goal to go.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. First down, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, but it'll be second and goal. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College, not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
I bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole as they'll remain down by a bundle.
12.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
It's second.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A yard on the play.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Baltimore.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Jack! Big Ed!
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
1st and 10 at the...
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Go, go, go. Hurry. Mike, 28.
Now a toss running left. Hunt. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you, punk. Real.
One last shot for Mayfield here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now.
You gotta make it happen.
Dobbins running out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Tonight's final score, Ravens